Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the online teaching. And today I am going to start the first poetry of 9th class from the reader Beehive, that is Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. So, as already I have explained the qualities of Robert Frost, that Robert Frost is supposed to be a very realistic poet. He always explains reality of life in his poems. It may be happiness or sufferings. So his words are very simple, but their meanings is very insightful. So now I am just going to read out this poem for you, and then I will explain stanza by stanza. There are 4 stanzas, and each stanza belongs to 5 lines. So the first stanza of your poetry is: two roads diverged in the yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel far. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could. So where it bent in the undergrowth. Children, here the poet, who is namely Robert Frost, he explains the reality of life. How do we fall sometime in a very ambiguous situation, or maybe a confusing or dilemma having situation. So what dilemma we face in our life? Suppose we have 2 options. Which option is best, we do not know. But because of our surroundings and our friends circle, and we flow with the flow. We go with the flow. Suppose our friends and our surroundings, they are just supporting us to choose one of the fields of our life, and then we go on that path without thinking whether that path will be suitable for us, or maybe it will be fruitful to us, or we will utilize our potentialities in that field. We go through that, and then ultimately we face that we have chosen a wrong path. And then if suppose we go for a long way on that path, then it becomes difficult for us to come to the return to the starting point. But if we, as soon as we realize our mistake, that we have chosen a wrong path, and if we come back to the starting point, then it remains good for us. We can choose our right path. But sometimes it happens in the life of people that choose wrong path, and then afterwards they regret on it. So this reality has been explained in this poem by Robert Frost. So Robert Frost says that two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Yellow wood, he says, 2 roads he has seen in the yellow wood means there is a jungle of so many kind of trees are there. But yellow wood means in foreign countries, yellow wood is supposed to be the autumn season, when the color of the leaves, it gets changed and it becomes a little bit fade and yellow. So he is describing the autumn season in this poetry. And sorry I could not travel far. So when he saw 2 roads, but because he was the only traveller, he could not travel both the roads. Although he wanted to travel both the roads and wanted to get the experience, but it was not impossible for him to go on both the roads. So that is why he says that being one traveller, I could not travel on both the roads, and look down one as far as I could, and where it bent in the undergrowth. So when he saw carefully both the roads, then he found that both the roads, although they are similar, and which way I should go, because as far as he could see the roads, they were similar. So he found that, and far away the roads, they were submerged into the undergrowth of the trees. So he was very confused on which way he should go. He should have to go. Then, this is the second stanza. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as far that the passing there had warned them really about the same. He says that I saw the roads so far, both the roads were similar, so I could not decide on which way I should proceed. But later on, the way he saw, one way, when he saw, the way was used by many passers-by, because the leaves and the area of that road was totally, it was supposed to be the weary road, on which so many people have travelled, and the color of the road, or maybe the leaves of the road, they were just worn and torn properly. And on the other hand, when he saw the other road, it was less traveled by the people, because the leaves which were fallen on that road, they were not turned into different color, they were still dark in color. So he thought that the second way was used less by the people, so I must proceed on that road. So why it is so? Because he thought that if I will proceed on that road where the passers-by have gone in a less quantity, so I will prove myself better, because the competition would be less, and the first way on which the more people have traveled, therefore the competition will be more. So it would be a little bit difficult for me to face so many competitors. But if I will travel to the other road, the competitors will be less, and as per my potential, I will utilize that way better. I shall be telling that with a sigh, somewhere edges and edges hence. Two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. And when we understand about our potentialities, our focus, and our needs, and our abilities, I must say, so we can choose our path better. The suitable path we can choose for us, and we can do wonder. So he says that I chose that path on which the passers-by were less in quantity, and so I chose the correct way of my life, and I made a difference. Okay, so this is what Robert Frost wanted to tell us, to give us a message that we should come to know about our potentialities, and then we should go to the proper way. He was supposed to be an American poet who uses always very easy and simple language, but the message and insight is very useful for our practical life, for our daily dilemma that we face in our life, and what should we do in such a condition. He has given us this message. Very simple language but extremely insightful. रोड नॉट टेकन, जिस रोड पर हमें नहीं चलना, जो रास्ता हमें नहीं चुनना, उसके बारे में वो बता रहे हैं. In the poem, the road symbolizes our life. Road not taken, the path that we don't choose in our life, the path which we choose in life decides our future and destiny. The important message the poet wants to give us is that the choice that we make has impact on our future, and if we make a wrong choice, we regret it but cannot go back on it. So we must be wise while making our choices. So here, road not taken is the ambiguous or maybe the confusing situation has been shown in this poetry, as I have told you earlier. If life is a journey, this poem highlights those times in life when our decision has to be made by a person. So here, if we talk about the literary devices, as I have given you already some account of the poetic devices, why poetic devices are used. So if you do not have that video with you, so I am just repeating once again. So literary devices, in literature, any technique used to help the author achieve his or her purpose is called literary devices. Literary devices are those words which are used by the poet in order to generate a special effect in his poetry, or maybe in the text. Okay, so poetic devices which are used in this poetry are maximum 5 poetic devices are used. First is assonance, ASSONANCE. Assonance means the repeated sound of the vowel or maybe the consonant. So you see, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel more. So O sound is very common, so that is assonance. Maybe it is sound of vowel or maybe consonant. So first poetic device that is used is assonance. The second one is alliteration. When the same sound, when the same word is used in the beginning of the words, so many words, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 words there, and we are repeating, the poet is repeating the same word with the same letter with all the words. So that is known as alliteration. As here in case of the fourth line of second stanza, though as far that the passing there. So T is used here, though, then that, then the, and then there. So in 4 words he has used T. So that is alliteration. Imagery. Imagery means when the poet picturizes of something, maybe of some taste or some scene or maybe of some imagination, when he just picturizes that, that is called imagery. So he has picturized the scene of the wood when he was standing and he was observing two ways on which way he should proceed. So all these things are included in imagery. So imagery device is third one. And when we talk about personification, here it is written that wanted wear. In the third stanza, in the third line of second stanza, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Wanted wear. So road doesn't want anything, but here it is written wanted wear. So it wants it. The road wanted that some people should go on that road. Okay, so it is a desire of the road. It was the desire of the road. So when we give human, the poet gives human qualities to the non-living thing, that is called personification. The road is a non-living thing, and poet gives this desire to the road that it wanted wear. So that is personification. And the last poetic device that is used by poet is metaphor. Metaphor is the word or maybe the thought which is used as it is given in the meaning, or literary word which is used as metaphor. Means simile and metaphor, they are different from each other. How it is different? How they are different from each other, I will tell you. Because simile, when we compare two things together, that is called simile. When we do not compare and we write the same word for the thing which we are explaining in the poetry, that is called metaphor. Understood? I hope you enjoyed the poem. And the most important thing which is left now is the rhyming scheme of the poetry. So you see, the wood, last word of the first line, first stanza is wood. Second word is both. So wood doesn't match with both, but stood. Wood is stood, then could, and then both and growth. So if we consider first line as A, then A, B, A, B. The rhyming scheme of the poetry is A, B, A, B. A, B, A, B. I hope you enjoyed the poem and understood it very well. So if you have any confusion, any doubt, so you can comment down in comment box. Thank you. Have a nice day.